Hey everybody, it's me, Erin and Elyse. Welcome to today's video. Ooh, what was that? I'm hanging out here at home with my two pups. There's Pippin and Noodle and of course baby Remy. I took many of your suggestions and I raised him up in my carrier. My back has been hurting me super bad, especially since he has been really clingy the last couple weeks, and I've had to wear him a lot, so it is helping, but I also think it's just time that I invest in probably a better carrier because he's getting heavier. I mean, clearly, because he's growing. So he's like 14, 15 pounds by now, probably. But today I'm going to give y'all a quick apartment tour of our little one-bedroom apartment, just so you could see where we're living. My arm's already tired and I just started. Okay. Okay, so the first space I want to show y'all is our living room slash dining room. Where I'm standing now is right where you walk in at our front door. So the first thing you see is our bookcase, and we've got our little handy dandy chalkboard from our wedding. My brother wrote that out for us, so that's really a sweet little welcome. Got a few children's books down there, and the rest are mine and Adam's. Once you come and make a left, you see this little piece of furniture, our dining room table, TV, rocker, nice big window, and our little sofa. I'm really glad we chose this sofa because it does have a small chaise lounge, and that is where we have kept Remy's boppy. We always keep a blanket on top of it just in case he spits up, because for some reason the newborn or the boppy newborn lounger does not have a removable cover, so that's okay though, we just keep a blanket on it. And then you can also see down in front of the window we have his doggy bouncy chair. He's really enjoying that now that he's bigger. We sometimes add extra toys to it. Oh, there's another one making noise. The really bright colorful ones are what are getting his attention now. Got that, and then we have this little basket here with extra blankets for him when we do tummy time and whatnot. The rocker in this corner, I believe originally was my great-grandmother's, but my grandmother had it when I was little, and she would rock me in it, and I always imagined rocking my baby in it, so I'm really happy that I ended up with it, and it's really special to get to rock Remy in that. Another way I had to figure out how to make space for him, there's a nice another window, is under the TV. I actually ordered those 3 cubes, which happen to fit perfectly. I ordered those off of Amazon. 2 of them contain Remy's toys, and the third one contains the dog toys. So they're really easy to access and just keep things tucked away when we're not using them. And of course, we've got our dining table. It's a little big for this space, but again, if you watched my apartment tour from a few years ago, you may have heard me talk about how basically all my furniture belonged to my grandparents, and I'm a very sentimental person and I can't get rid of stuff like that. That kitchen table is what we used to have Sunday dinner on every Sunday when I was growing up, so it's here even though it's taking up a lot of space. This piece of furniture here is where we are storing all of Remy's clothes and his bibs and like washcloths, and yeah, basically that's it. I've organized it a couple of different ways. I just redid it a couple weeks ago. If you see like this top drawer, this is all footy pajama onesies. And then we have this other drawer. I'm gonna use my foot. Oh no, both. This one is short sleeve onesies. So I originally had tried to group them by size, but something I've learned very quickly is that baby clothes sizes don't actually really make sense. Like Remy's already wearing some things that say 6 months, but then he's also still wearing things that say 0 to 3 months. So I just characterized it by like type of clothes. So anyways, this is all his clothes. This top drawer, we have like stuff we need to access pretty frequently. It's kind of a mess, but It's bibs, hats, and socks, and I think there's washcloths in there too for his baths. And then this thing I got, I'll show you, there's another one, this little like buffalo check basket. Out here I keep burp claws here. These are all burp claws, and then these are his changing pads. You just lay them out wherever you want to change him. And then we are also still writing down what time he eats, more for our own benefit to keep track of it. When we first brought him home, we had to keep track of like what time he ate, how much he ate, if he had a pee diaper or a poo diaper, so like much more details. But now we're just down to what time did he eat. Everything fits in it right now. He has outgrown all of his newborn clothes, which I had to remove and put away, which is kind of sad, but yeah, I needed the space for bigger clothes. We got this piece of furniture from Amazon. I had originally thought about getting a dresser and using it as a TV stand, and that didn't work out, so I actually found this and it fit perfectly right there, and it's working for us so far. So also on top of it we have his pacifiers and some hand sanitizer. That is our living room and how we're using it for the baby. So if any of you have any suggestions on what's the best way to fold baby clothes, I can't figure it out. It always turns into a jumbled mess, and because I dig through it sometimes because you're in a hurry and you're like, oh, he needs a new outfit, let me just grab something, you know. So any tips on baby clothes organization, leave that in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Let's move on to the kitchen. This is really what sold me on the apartment. Like, we walked in, I was like, oh man, it's really small, but I love, love, love the kitchen. If y'all watch, then y'all know that I really enjoy cooking. So compared to the first kitchen we had in our first apartment, this is like so much nicer and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, this is our kitchen. The only thing we've had to make space for in here was this corner. This is where I keep all of Remy's bottles and his formula and the water we use to mix with the formula. I also have this basket right here where we keep things like his little snot suckers, and there's gripe water, some lids to the bottles, and a couple other things like little tiny stuff that I just wanted to keep organized. So that's really the only space in the kitchen that's dedicated to him. We originally had the coffee pot there, so I had to figure out what to do with that. And what we did, I used my great-grandmother's sewing table, and it is now our little coffee bar. Also, there's my laptop and the dog's water bowls. We have our coffee pot, coffee filters, and then this thing here has been like my saving grace. Adam's mama gave it to me for Christmas, and it's a carafe. Most of the time in the mornings, once Adam leaves for work, I pour the rest of the coffee into the carafe, and it keeps it hot, and rather than sitting in the pot, and if I don't get to it for like 2 hours, you know, it would have that burnt taste. But in this, it stays hot, and I get a nice cup of coffee when I finally get a chance, and it keeps it warm till like early afternoon. And then we also have our little basket of mail here. Also, our dogs recently have developed a lot of health issues. They now are requiring more products and attention, so they each have their own food now. Noodle is diabetic, so we have food for her. Pippin, we're still trying to figure out what his trouble is. It's definitely something like cognitive, so we bought this food that is supposed to be for senior dogs and help them. And then those are Noodle's syringes for her insulin. So that's all. I am not a fan of clutter. Like, I feel like there's just stuff everywhere I look, and if anyone has any suggestions on what to do, because we're basically packed to the brim, and I have gone through everything multiple times and taken loads of things to like Salvation Army and Goodwill, and it seems like I come back and everything else is just multiplied and there's still no space. So yeah, there is our cute little magnet menu board. I like to post that on Instagram to show y'all what we're making for the week. So always feel free to let me know if anything looks good and I'll make a video for it. Also, can I just say, I freaking love having a window over the kitchen sink. It's my favorite thing ever. I always have this window open for some fresh air. Well, as fresh as you can get in LA. I really love how many windows the apartment has. I love natural light. One of the very first things I do every morning is open up all the blinds to let in the light and just so I can look out, especially with it being smaller. I need to be able to see out. And we actually have trees around us, so it doesn't feel like we're in nasty LA sometimes. So we leave the kitchen, we walk through our living room. Right here to my right is our little bathroom. I'll show y'all that now. It's a nice bathroom, it's been updated, but yeah, I'll just show you. This is what it looks like. This is our little bathroom. As you can see, there's Batman and my old Georgia license plate. As you can see, we have a pedestal sink, so no storage, like cabinet wise. So that is why we had to buy one of these over the toilet shelving things. So that's where I have like makeup, body lotion, cotton balls, Q-tips, etc., etc. Toilet papers. For more storage, we have one of those caddy things. And then on the back of the door is where we have Remy's, it's called the Blooming Bath Lotus. This is what we use when we give him a bath. You shove it down in the kitchen sink so it's like a soft surface for him to sit on. And when we're not using it, we just got a command hook and hung it on the back of the bathroom door. The bathroom is also where we are keeping Remy's diaper pail. We went with the, what brand is that? Decor. And I really like it. It's got this little pedal and then you just drop it and the weight of it like falls through the flap. I like this one because the bags aren't like individual bags. You just kind of like pull down as much as you need and like cut it. Like if it was like a particularly foul diaper and you need to take it out right away, you're not wasting a whole bag that could hold a lot more. There's still, you just like cut it and then tie a knot and pull down some more plastic. That's where we are keeping his diaper pail. That is the bathroom. Like I mentioned before, we are renting a 1-bedroom apartment. That means Remy shares a bedroom with me and Adam. This was a little tricky to figure out just because like trying to decide what furniture do we actually need for him. Do I want a crib? Do I just want a bassinet or like one of those side sleeper things? We actually ended up going with the Baby Leto mini crib. So besides his crib, the only other piece of furniture we got for him was the cube storage I showed you in the living room where we have his clothes. So we do have double closets. Mine is right here on the right and then Adam on the left. There's also storage space above. And then like miraculously, our dresser fit perfectly in between. So that was really a space saver for us. This is actually Pippin's lair, though that is Noodle hanging out in there right now. That's my quote unquote purple chair. Some people had commented that it's not actually purple. I understand that. It's actually more of a dusty rose. I always referred to it as the purple chair when it belonged to my grandparents. So we actually have just a double bed, not a queen, not a king, a double bed. It was super cramped when I was Pregosaurus because I had one of those pregnancy pillows and the big belly, so poor Adam was like curled up on the edge for several months. Now we have space again, so that's our bed, and then right next to us is Remy's space. So basically like this half of the room is adult half, this side of the room is baby half. Super cute little sheets we have. The little owl is his white noise machine, and it also projects stars and moon on the ceiling. And then I ordered these little cute prints off of Amazon. We tried to go with like a little mountainy theme, I guess. And then his mobile we have hanging from the ceiling, also from Amazon. That's his little crib. We have another basket of blankets next to it. That bear belonged to Adam when he was little. Yeah, so this is Remy's corner. We have like his board books, a couple of little sweaters. That dingy looking rabbit was mine when I was little. You pull it and it plays Here Comes Peter Cottontail. I was obsessed with it as a baby, and I've been playing it for Remy and he seems to like it too. Anyways, and then this low dresser, you can see there's my pregnancy pillow. I don't know where else to put it and I don't want to get rid of it, but it's shoved up under there right now. This dresser, we have some of his little friends, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Tigger. And then this is his little diaper changing station, because 99% of the time we change him in his crib. So we never bought a changing table or changing pad. We just use like one of these, like I showed y'all out in the living room. This is also where we keep his swaddles, lotions and stuff for after bath, diaper cream, the little what I call weenie rags we use to cover his weenie when we change him so we don't get struck by stray pee. And then diapers, of course, and wipes. So this bin, compared to the one in the living room, is actually has a divider in it, which I like. That's what we did for him. In this little corner by his crib is where we keep his big diaper bag, and then this little mat thing he lays on sometimes when he sleeps. I have a smaller backpack I use, like a backpack purse, just when I'm making really quick trips. So that one we just store back there. Also for the bedroom, Adam and I used to have like one really large hamper, and we realized we need to separate Remy's stuff from our own. So we bought like this little one for Remy so his stuff can be washed in baby detergent, and then we have this bigger one for ourselves. So I feel like that's been really important, because I don't want to sort laundry every single time. Like this way I can see like, oh, I need to do Remy's stuff, like it's piling up, or our stuff is piling up, you know. We are packed to the brim in our closets in here. Like we have some baby stuff up top and other stuff of ours that we just are storing until we need it. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do as he gets more stuff, because I don't know, everything is full right now. So that's it. That is our apartment. Like I said, it's a small one bedroom, but we're making do. I don't see us being able to stay here more than like a year and a half. We also we don't want to stay in LA much longer. We want to move as soon as financially possible. This is how we're making do so far. Again, Remy is about 3 months old. He's starting to wake up. Hi, buddy. You missed the tour. Like I said, he's 3 months old. As he gets more stuff, I don't know where we're gonna put it. So any organizational tips that are like baby related, let me know in the comments, because I appreciate it. I've also recently discovered like there's this whole niche on YouTube of like cleaning videos where you watch other people clean and organize, and I freaking love it. So if any of you also love that type of video and want to see me do it, let me know. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Right? Say bye. Bye, Remy.